Okay, so good day. Today we'll try to solve a simple problem on fluid statics. Here the problem goes. What is the pressure 12.5 meters below the ocean? Use a specific gravity of salt water to be 1.03. So here we simply have an ocean, then okay, ocean. First, there are mga isda diyan, but of course we neglect that in our calculation. And here 12.5 meters below the ocean. So somewhere below that free surface of the ocean, 12.5 meters. And I think 12.5 meters is really quite deep enough. Okay, so medyo lalum na siya. Why do you bother to want to know the pressure in below 12 in the 12.5 meters? Perhaps you don't want your underwater watch perhaps be ruined because maybe that put some limitations to how many bars of pressure or maximum pressure that it could tolerate still to be waterproof. Uh, Here we simply have the very simple equation. So never mind the fish, we assume that the ocean is static, meaning not moving. In reality, it is moving, but the movement may be negligible so that you could really assume that this ocean somehow, so nanay mga kwanda, no, mga isda, don't know how to draw fish, so I won't draw. In this case, we have to really solve on, so we want to determine the pressure here. So we want to determine pressure. So we simply use the very simple equation that we're always using in fluid statics. As we go deeper, the pressure increases by rho gh. And here we assume that we're calculating here gauge pressure. And therefore, the gauge pressure at the top is 0. So pressure at the top, at the surface is 0. Because it is atmospheric, meaning 0 gauge pressure means it is atmospheric. Meaning equal lang siya sa atmospheric pressure. In that case, as you go deeper, P therefore, of course here P is measured in terms of gauge, will just simply be equal to the raw density of seawater, G times the depth. We know the depth 12.5, we know G to be 9.81, but we are not really explicitly given raw. However, we're given with the specific gravity, and by definition, a specific gravity, symbol here Sg, is simply raw of the fluid, in this case salt water over raw of water, but not just water, water which is at temperature 4 degrees Celsius. So why is this important? Because at this temperature, 4 degrees Celsius, water has a density of 1,000 kilogram per m cube. With if not in this temperature, it will be less than 1,000 kilogram per m cube. So, mao ni siya para of course, what's good 1,000 or ang uban dili exact. So in this case, we're happy to note. So in this case, if we have Sg given, how do you calculate for raw? So 1,000 na ni siya per m, di ba? 1,000 kilogram per m cube. We always use standard SI units. And in this case, raw of seawater, we don't know yet. So, kaning raw, we refer this to sea water. So to solve that, simply Sg times 1,000. So in this case, what is raw? Well, Sg times 1,000, that's simply 1030. So 1.03 times 1,000, that's 1030. Then multiply that by G, 9.81. Multiply that by H. H is 12.5. Everything here will be, as long as you're confident that you are using standard SI units, the pressure will also be standard SI pressure. In this case, Pascal ang unit ani. 1030 times 9.81 times 12.5 will be 126,000. So we'll have here 126,303. 303.75 Pascal. But of course, normally we don't report this as ingon ani kay medyo taas man, but we more or less shall we say, therefore, pressure is approximately 126.3 kilopascal. So that's how we usually write it that way. Or pwede ra gyapon ka nagtrabaho mas exact, but Kanisha is engineering wise, we don't really go to the very exact value, but we prefer values which is easy to say and easy to comprehend, because a pressure of 100 kilopascal is the normal atmospheric pressure. So in this case, this is the gauge pressure, 126.3 kilopascal. Okay? Gauge ni siya kay kung gusto kitag absolute, we don't really know what is at this moment of calculation. We don't know what is the absolute pressure at the surface. It is roughly 1 atmosphere, but that is the standard value. But in reality, it won't really be 1 atmosphere at any point in time, meaning would be lower or could be slightly higher than that. So gauge naman gud ang pangitaon nato ani kay wala ko nag-specify ang problem. So that's it.